Welcome back, YouTube. J-Bob, the video game slob, with one more box today, last of the day. So that hopefully the next videos you watch, as we still have many more boxes to go to, we'll start to get back in those $200 boxes, go through those, and so hopefully we'll have some more sales updates by then, as potentially we'll know what we sold in January at the Antique Mall and things like that. So yeah, let's start it off with a bang here. Heart Gold in the big box, has all the paperwork inside, nice condition. Of course, no Pokewalker. My buddy does have a Pokewalker he'd sell me. We'll see. I don't know if we're going to make a deal on that or not, because I just don't know if the people buying it would care. Or maybe just let them, go grab their own. So, Biofreaks here, but I don't believe that to be a legitimate seal. You can see there's some damage, crush damage there. And there is no H seam on the back. So I don't think this is sealed. Let me know, though. I don't know. YouTube, you're the detectives. I'm not the sealed guy, especially older cartridge stuff. I was hoping it was sealed when I bought it. I'll admit to that. But I don't know. Looking at it now, I don't think it is. But then again, who knows? So $10. I don't know. Again, probably rip-offs because these are just sports games. But I don't know. I just don't find sports games like with the manuals in boxes for $10 anymore. So I traded, got some box protectors for these from the local video game store. Especially don't know that I'll make any money off them, but for $10 I might just keep a complete in-box copy of like an NBA for my collection, and get a couple bucks back just selling the cartridge, something like that. So oddly enough, they had like games like this, like individually marked, like this is going to be more than the $6, so we got to mark that up to 10. It was really weird, the games that they decided were worth money and pulled out. And so yeah, these were in that pile. Now it is a Right Bros, but it does come with a dust sleeve, so that's good. I'm always running out of Super Mario Brothers 3, mainly because I hoard as many of them as I can find. So there you go. And some of these prices, sure, they're a little expensive, especially if it comes with the manual, in terms of trying to retail and flip. But because I am a retail operation, I can charge more than eBay does on these kind of things. And especially if the condition's good and that sort of stuff. So I feel like it is always hard when you watch these videos and you're like, how are you going to make any money off $30 for Zeldas? Because, people will pay 50 for it, kind of in that condition. So, I'll make $20, big whoop, but not like making huge money. Or if I put it in the antique mall, I'd have to charge a little more than that. But but $20 is $20, and so you get it and move on. And same with all these, you just kind of put 45 on them because they're first party Nintendo games, and for the most part they're still pretty expensive. And it's like, if they don't sell, they don't sell. It's not the end of the world. And in the meantime, I just have them there. And then if I get lower priced games in, at a better price than that, then I'll mark those, lower, and then people are excited to buy those at a lower price. And so then it's like, well, that one's 45 and this one's 40. That's a pretty good deal. I have to jump on that. That's kind of the way of it. This game has just gotten crazy expensive, and it's one that I kick myself because I've had so many opportunities to buy in the past and just didn't do, because I didn't believe it would ever go bananas or gangbusters or get up to the price that it's currently at. But gosh, who saw that coming? And just more of Nintendo's Nintendo-edness, where they just must re-release everything and re-release everything, and it ends out that way too. Super Mario Bros. U, but deluxe and for the Switch. It's just, they cranked out so many first-party titles on the Switch with that kind of bogus behavior, in my opinion. But Nintendo fans seem to love it. I'm not. I wouldn't say I enjoy their games. I wouldn't say I'm a Nintendo fan. But boy, it would be tough to, because they just crank out so much stuff. Another pair, I think one made it into the other video. These were $8 each. Always great to have those. 16, $20, whatever the market will bear. Always, it's like odd. Certain systems always have more controllers than, like, Dreamcast. Always more Dreamcast controllers than anybody needs. Because nobody that plays Dreamcast plays multiplayer, but yet, the Wii are always the ones where people are like, I need more controllers, I want more controllers, and even though I have lots of extras, it's often hard to keep up. My buddy who runs a store imports them from Japan because they're region free. You don't need to pair them with a Japanese system or anything, and so That's just a good way to get low-cost copies. And a lot of times this stuff, again, is close to the market value at 10 or 12 bucks. But because it's Nintendo first party, I put 20, 25 bucks on them. And they sell out fairly regularly, as you guys have seen in some of the series before we got into, just doing this one pickup. A lot of that stuff sells. And so, again, in things that just came out of nowhere from history, as somebody who grew up in the N64 era, I don't remember anybody loving Majora's Mask or saying that was their favorite game. And of course, now it's, highly regarded and that kind of thing. And so, yeah, here's another one, like Kid Icarus, and nobody loved the NES game, but for some reason, now it's a big thing. And of course, I say it a lot, but I love AVGN, so that made an appearance there. And so, I don't know, maybe that helps it out, maybe it doesn't, I'm not sure. There we go, we can talk about a different YouTuber for once. This is a hidden gem alert. If you're a Metal Jesus fan, he's a big fan of the Kim Possible game, and so I've become a big fan of just picking it up everywhere I see and telling people about how great it is. Again, the Mario Galaxy on the Wii, yeah, I'll sell it from time to time, and people may ask for it, but this one goes out so much faster, which is really weird because, although this one's fun, I think the critical choice and what most people love is Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, so it's interesting that that has become the one. Again, WarioWare, a lot of the Wario, what is there, 1 or 2 Warios on the GameCube, and they are crazy expensive. But then all the ones on like 3DS and Wii just nobody cares about. But I think the Wii U one is then, for whatever reason, crazy expensive. So yeah, this is the game of the year that does include extra content. We just went over Left 4 Dead 2 in the last video. I think it was Left 4 Dead 2 in the last video. And so, yeah, I would, again, if I was collecting or didn't already have that, I'd be on the lookout for that. And same with the Ghostbusters. This game is super cheap, but a new Ghostbusters movie that comes out that people like, that isn't maybe all-female cast or something like that, or meets sort of that criticism, I think could do really well. And then the next thing you know, all these old games spike up. And all it needs to go up is $5 or $10, really, to double in price. And, then you're like, I wish I would have got that when it was cheap. The Kingdom Hearts series on PS2. If it's Red Label, I sell them. If it's Black Label, I keep them. And why is that? Not because they're all that rare or valuable. It's just that there's so many that I always have in stock. I'm always keeping the Black Labels of them, hoping that by the time they sell out, or I get to the point where I have the Black Labels, there is some price differentiation, and that, it's paid off for me to hoard them in that way. Double Dash is a game that, myself, I can never keep in stock. The video game store owner I hang out with a lot. It's just, you can kind of put your own price on it locally, just because people love it and you just don't find it. Speaking of which, Hit and Run on any system, it's just become very hard to find, and the people who buy it, I've started keeping it and not letting it go. Of course, it's now famous for sort of speed running the game as well. And this was one of the first games I remember during the, I guess you would still call it a COVID bubble, although the prices haven't come down all that drastically for video games, that I sold, and it was like $50 or something. I got like $50 out of that game, and I had bought it for like $5, and I was like, oh wow, things are different now. That was the first time all the video games I had in backstock, you're like, wow, this is a thing, this is happening. Luigi's Mansion, every now and then you get a copy of that. It sits around for a bit, but it moves pretty fast. Same with Sunshine. Everybody wants it. You can't keep a copy in stock. That's probably what's driving a lot of the Switch price of that. So, there you go. I saw this and knew I had to have it. Alien Hominid, it's like, if you know, it was just so symbolic of the time. And this game is just great. So, I have it in the wrong pile for whatever reason. I have it in the GameCube pile. It did come out on GameCube, I believe, but just look at the artwork. Look at that face. How do you not love that? So put that one in your collection if you don't already have it. Twilight Princess, I thought, it's $80. That's about what it goes for. My buddy was putting this in his showcase yesterday. He got a copy in, and I think he priced it at $160 or something like that. So I was very shocked to find, because you can get the Wii copy of this for like, I don't know, I have 10 copies down in my basement that I paid less than $10 for that still have not sold out. So there you go. Second copy of Metroid Prime. The Beautiful Joe series. Get you some Beautiful Joe. And again, another one that if that's the price, it's the price, and I just own another copy. Because you can go to, I don't know, every game store in my town and in a 20-mile radius, and you just won't find it. Smash Bros. Is another one that you just can't believe the price on the internet. And if there's other game stores in town and they put the price on it that price charting says, it's gone. That game doesn't even touch the shelf at my local video game store because people see it behind the thing waiting to get buffed and ask to buy it before it ever even makes it out. So there you go. These were like the $12 pickups here because they were PS4. So Death Stranding in the Steelbook, Kojima game, got to pick that up. Psychonauts, I think I said in another video, it hasn't made it into it yet. But I finally just broke down and paid whatever the market price was, $25 or $30 for Psychonauts 2 in the Steelbook. And it's been out for a while, and so now I have the full Psychonauts set because I picked up the original on Xbox that I needed. Now I have 2, now I have that. So there you go, Psychonauts collection completed. Although I am a huge BioShock fan, played through all of them, beat them all many times, and then of course replayed them all through for the BioShock collection. Won't be keeping that. I don't like the download required aspect of that stuff. Mighty Number 9, the game that should have been, that everybody hated. I'm shocked it was $8.98, to be honest. I remember it being cheaper than that, so really unfortunate. And again, I think I paid probably $10 for that. Probably not much worth more than that, but what are you going to do? $3.56. Wouldn't you have loved to pick up Metroid the Other M for $3.56? It says as is for that little issue down here, I guess, or maybe that, I don't know. Either way, $10. Like, how are you not going to pick that up? We saw the other one for $14. Yeah, there's some damage to the seals, but the games are sealed inside. So for $20, you don't say no to Grand Theft Auto. And this, oh my gosh, my White Whale. I remember when this came out. And again, this is when they were reprinting everything. They were reprinting, I can't even think of Xenosaga or whatever the Xenoblade. There we go. On Wii U and some of the other, more expensive games. And so I was like, boy, I don't know if I can get tricked into spending like $40 or $50 for this. And then just have it drop from under me. And so eventually, of course, I got the white plastic GameStop, ordered a reprint of it. And so I have always had to suffer with my subpar copy of Metroid Prime Trilogy, and now I have both variants, and this one is sealed, and at $56. I haven't looked at the market in a long time. Maybe it's come down, but I feel like that was a really good price. I probably would have paid $56 had I seen it for $56 quite a while ago. So this collection did have quite a few of these little nuggets where you're like, oh, I've been stalking this for a long time. I'm so glad I finally found it. So, and hopefully, we'll have some Marios and other things I can sell to get me my $56 back. So I'm not too out of pocket on that. But there you go. It's 13 minutes. This has been a long one, YouTube. I don't know. Let me know, as usual. Am I crazy? Am I right? Am I wrong? What would you have bought? What did I overpay for? And should I go get that Pokewalker and complete this from my friend? All right. Over and out.